Hi, Lynn here with Create Whimsy, and I'm going to show you how to make a granny square. We're going to start with the magic loop, and there's a couple different ways to do it, but this is my favorite way. This is the tail of your yarn, and this is the working part of your yarn. You want to take the tail, and you want to lay it over two of your fingers, and leave it about 4 or 5 inches there. And 3. Now we've got 2 clusters and 1 opening. We need to make another opening here with 3 chain stitches, and we'll make another cluster with 3 double crochet. Now we'll make another opening with 3 chain stitches and our final cluster, because we have 4 clusters in the beginning. We've got the first double crochet, the second, and the third. And now we want to make 3 chain stitches again to make that last opening. Now you can see, let's put that first working yarn back to the back, that we've got 4 clusters and 3 openings. What we want to do is we want to take, I want to move this thread to the back here. We want to take our hook, and this is where we started with those 3 chain stitches. We want to put it in the space. When you're working a granny square, you always put your hook into a space. You want to bring your working thread through. This is called a slip stitch. We're just going to slip it right through where we were, and then cut your yarn. I like to leave a fairly long tail, then just pull it through, and there we go. Now it looks kind of wonky, but now what you can do is, this is why it's called a magic circle. You can pull your tail, and voila, we now have the center round for your granny square. So now we'll add another color. I'm thinking I'm gonna add white this time. When you add a color, what you want to do is you want to go to one of these openings. There's 4 openings for the corners. We'll start here, and what you want to do is leave a tail again, so we've got something to weave in, and you wrap your yarn around the end of your hook and bring it through. Now, just like we started last time, we're going to start with 3 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets. Okay, now we're working in a corner. This will be the corner of the second round. Now what we'll do is do 3 chain stitches again, and then 3 double crochet. And now you can see we've formed the corner for the next round. Now we do 3 chain stitches, and then we do 3 double crochets, and 3 chain stitches, and then we go and we do 3 more double crochet in this corner. In the corners, you do a set of 2 sets of double crochets separated by 3 chain stitches. Now we've got 2 corners done. Now we do 3 chain stitches again. If you can count to 3, you can do this. Then we do 3 double crochets, and now we do 3 chain stitches, and we do 3 double crochets, now we've got 3 corners done. Now we'll do 3 chain stitches again and go to our last corner. Okay, the 3 double crochet are done, 3 chain stitches, and 3 more double crochets. Okay, then 3 chain stitches to finish it off. And just like with the first row, what we want to do is we just want to slip our hook in through that first stitch in the second stitch in the row, bring it through, that's a slip stitch, then cut your yarn and bring it through. And straighten it out so it looks like a square. And now we've got a second row. Let's add the third row. And this, I think you'll know how to do everything once I've done that. Okay, so we'll go to the next opening. We always start in an opening, and we'll start at this corner because now we've got 4 corners, and then we've got these center openings. And this is what I want to be able to show you how to do next. You can make these. You can go round and round and round and then make them as big as you want. We're going to start again with just a little loop and 3 chain stitches and 2 double crochets. And since we're working in the corner, we do 3 chain stitches. Whoops. And then we do another double crochet in this corner. So every corner always gets 2 double crochets separated by 3 chain stitches. Now we do 3 chain stitches. And we go to our next opening. Now the opening is in the middle. So we only add 1 set, 1 cluster of double crochets into this opening. And now we do 3 chain stitches again. And then we go to the corner and we do 3 double crochet and 3 chains and another set of 3 double crochets. Okay, so you can see how it's coming together here. So you just keep working around like that. So we'd go here and we'd do 3 chain stitches, then 3 double crochet, 3 chain stitches, and 2 sets of double crochets separated by the 3 chain stitches. You can see here, I've started with the pink, and then see how I've got the 2 sets of 2s in each of the corners. Then we have the corners. We've got the sets of 2s like this, and then we have sets of 3s in the corners, and then I've got the sets of 3s on the inside. As you keep getting larger, you can see here the black ends up being in the corners. I've got 2 openings that each have a cluster. And then as you get even bigger, then there's 3 openings that each get a cluster. You could keep working it bigger if you wanted, but for the project I'm doing these granny squares for, I wanted them to measure just around 6 inches. This is as big as I want. What you want to do is you want to weave tails from the back in. And you take your needle and you press it like this. And I've got a separate video that just shows this, but I'll show it here. You thread it. And then what you want to do is you want to weave in 2 directions. You want to split the yarn. I like to pick up 4 or 5 of the little threads. And pull it through. And these needles are what you want to use. So these are by Clover. And what I like is they've got really big eyes, and they've got this little curved tip that makes it easier to get in and split the yarns apart. I've done it that way, and go back a different direction. You want to make sure you pick up a different parts, split the yarns a little bit differently here. This is great when you're just watching something on the TV. You just cut it. And so you go around and pick up all of these and get them all buried, and then you've got a finished granny square.